Number 45, determine the number of moles and the mass requested for each reaction in exercise 4.44. And then we have letter F out of that bunch of exercises. So in this case, we need to find the moles and the mass of this blah, right? This is ethene, required to react with water to produce 9.55 grams of ethanol, right? This compound is ethanol, aka the alcohol that we drink if you're over 21 in the United States. Cool. Okay, so first thing is that I look at this question and I say, all right, they gave us an amount of ethanol, right? This crazy compound, right? And they want us to find information, the moles and the mass of ethene, right? This crazy compound. So whenever they give us information of one compound and they're asking for information of a different compound, we have to do stoichiometry. Stoichiometry is just a very fancy word for saying, let's do some ratios with a balanced equation. Cool. Why can't they just call it that, right? Ratios with balanced equations. Done. Why stoichiometry? One will never know. But anyway, we got to make a balanced equation out of this. The first thing that I'm going to do is I do not like using balanced equations with these Lewis structures, aka these structures with these lines in them. So I'm just going to simplify it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this into a chemical formula. Just going based off of how many carbons and how many hydrogens I see. Well, there's 2 carbons, so this would be C2, and then there are 4 hydrogens. So this is just another way of saying H4. I don't care about these lines. These have nothing to do with making the chemical formula. And then I'm just going to do the same thing over here. So this whole thing is, I'll start with the carbon, I guess. So I have 1, 2 carbons, so C2. Let's count up the total hydrogens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So H6. And then I have 1 oxygen, so that's O. Much easier. Now I'm just going to work with these compounds and the water. The first thing I have to do is I have to find a balanced equation. We've done tons of questions learning how to make an equation and how to balance it. So if you guys are on the playlist, you can check those out if you guys are new here. I'm just going to kind of quickly go over this because we've went into depth back there. So you can pause the video if you want to try to do it and then check my answer. But let's go. So we need to find the moles and the mass of C2H4. And this is reacting with water to produce C2H6O. So it seems like this is going to be a product, and these two are my reactants. So I have C2H4 plus H2O, and that yields C2H6O. Once you write an equation, just make sure that it's balanced. Just check, to see if you have the same elements on both sides. And I'm looking at it, and I do. So technically, this is balanced. So let me just maybe move this over here. Okay. The second thing I like to do is I like to keep everything organized, and I like to just write out the number that they gave me under the compound that's in my balanced equation. So 9.55 grams of this guy. So I'm just going to go to my ethanol, and I'm just going to say that I have 9.55 grams of this. But then the question's asking for moles and the mass of my ethene, C2H4. So I'm going to go under here and just write a little note to myself saying, okay, I need to find the moles and I need to find the grams, which is the mass. Okay. Now it can kind of be seen better that they gave you information for one compound, you're trying to solve for another compound, and they're only related through this equation. When we're doing stoichiometry and when you have a setup like this, we like to go with the flow, right? And the flow for stoichiometry is this setup right here. So let me bring this down. Let me shrink this a little bit. Okay. So the red on the one side, right, and the A's represent the compound that they gave you the number for in the beginning. And then the blue, aka the B, are what you're trying to solve for, right? You see how the arrows are only going this way. So in this case, this was the compound that they gave me numbers for. So I have to start with ethanol. So it looks like, and if I maybe, because I'm not going to have enough room, I'm going to pull this out. And maybe I'll pull this out as well. I think now I might have enough room. So I have 9.55 grams of not A anymore, but specifically C2H6O. I can go from grams to moles of that compound, C2H6O. And then from there, I can convert into my compound that I want. In this case, it's going to be not B, but the C2H4, right? That's the one that I want all these answers for. And then finally, I could find the grams of C2H4. And now we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so like I said in the beginning, stoichiometry is just doing ratios, doing conversion factors. Always start with what you're given. So in this case, I have 9.55, and now I'm going to color code this. This is red because this is start. Grams of C2H6O. Now remember, we're just going to work with conversion factors. I want to go from grams of the ethanol to moles of the ethanol. So I need to times by a ratio, work with the units first, and then go back and put the numbers in. I think it's easier that way. So I know I don't want this unit anymore, so that goes on the opposite side, aka the bottom, C2H6O. And then I just look to see what unit is on top, and it's the mole of C2H6O. Okay, so the units are in place. Now we got to just go back and find out what the numbers go on the top or the bottom. But we've done this conversion many, many, many times, right? How do we go from grams of one compound to moles of the same compound? We use the periodic table, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. So we got to get our periodic tables out, guys. And remember, when we're using the periodic table, you always have 1 mole of the substance. 1 mole of ethanol, C2H6O, is going to equal the mass on the periodic table. So we got to calculate how many 2 carbons are, 6 hydrogens, and 1 oxygen is, and that's the number that goes here. So maybe I'm going to just scooch this over a little bit, just so I have more room. And now I'm going to the periodic table. I have 2 carbons, so 2 times 12.01. I got 6 hydrogens, so 6 times basically 1, right? And then I have 1 oxygen, so that's 16. And I'm just making sure that I did the math correctly. Doesn't look like any mistakes here. So this would be 46.068. Okay, cool. Now, since everything is accounted for, I can cancel out the numerator and the denominator. Those units cancel. Now, try to get out of the habit of doing single steps if you guys are doing single steps, because it's going to waste you time on tests or quizzes. Keep flowing until you get an answer. One of the answers, the first answer, is this guy right here. They want moles of the ethene, the C2H4. So I'm not going to just say, let me get this answer. I'm just going to keep flowing. And it's not scary. All we have to do is just multiply by the second ratio and do the same type of process as we did before. I don't want this unit, so that goes on the bottom, the mole of C2H6O. And now look next door. Oh, I want the mole of C2H4. Okay, the units are there. Now we got to figure out what the numbers are. I can't use the periodic table because it's not a mole and gram of the same compound. We're changing compounds here. Do you guys see that? It's moles and it's 2 different compounds. Remember, the only relationship that these 2 compounds have is in the balanced equation. So we're going to use the balanced equation for this step. When we say that we're going to use the balanced equation, all we're going to use is the coefficients in the front. That's their relationship. But I don't see any numbers here, which means that they're all 1, right? So for every 1 C2H4 that I have, I can produce 1 ethanol, 1 C2H6O. So one on the top and one on the bottom. Now those units cancel, and I'm left with the unit that I want. So I'm going to equal because that's my first answer. So I'm just going to basically divide by the 46.068, right? So 9.55 divided by 46.068, and I get 0.207 moles of C2H4, and that's my first answer. Now, for those of you who have a crazy professor or teacher who loves significant figures, aka sig figs, just know that when you're doing stoichiometry, aka when you're converting, the number of sig figs that they gave you at the start from the get-go has to be the number of sig figs at the end. All these conversion factors and these numbers, they mean absolutely nothing for significant figures. So since you started with 3 sig figs, you need to end with 3 sig figs. Remember that this 0 is a leading 0, so it does not matter. So we found one answer. We are right here. Now, I'm just going to pick it up and just convert that number to grams. So, let's do it. 0.207, and then I'm going to go back to blue, right? This is moles of C2H4. It's just a conversion, so multiply by a ratio. I don't want mole of C2H4 anymore, so that goes on the bottom. And I want grams, right? That's what I'm looking for, so I want grams of C2H4. Okay, I got the same compound, and it's a mole to gram conversion. That's a periodic table conversion, just like the one in the beginning. And remember, when we're using the periodic table, you always have 1 mole, so 1 on the bottom this time. Now I got to go to the periodic table and figure out, okay, 2 times 12.01, because I have 2 carbons, and then I got 4 hydrogens, so I have to take that into account. And what do I get? I get 28.052 on my end. You might just have 28, but I like to just get the exact answers for you guys. 28.052. Everything is accounted for, so now we can cancel out our units, and we're left with the unit that we want, so we're good. Let's figure this out. So 28.052 times 0.207, they're both in the numerator. Remember 3 sig figs, so 5.81 grams of the ethene. And there you go, that's your second answer. Just know that these two answers that we found are exactly equivalent. So whether I have, almost a fifth of a mole, right, 0.207 moles of ethene, or 5.81 grams, they're exactly the same. And just know, just to put it in context, this just basically means if you want to produce 9.55 grams of ethanol, you have to make sure that you have 5.81 grams of the ethene in order to make that happen. Yeah? Okay. That's it. Guys, hopefully this helped. I really hope that I'm giving you great content and great learning advice and working through the problems, the most efficient and to get you guys to understand stoichiometry. Subscribe to the channel. That will help us out. And tell your friends. Tell your classmates. Tell your fam. Tell anybody. I don't mind. My brother doesn't mind. We've been having a great experience here. It's been awesome. You guys have been great. Love talking to you guys. And I'll see you all in the upcoming lessons. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.